Time for another edition of 3 and Out. He's Jaws, I'm Ducis. The Eagles down in the Big Easy to take on the New Orleans Saints. A trip to the NFC Championship game on the line.
How good is that?
It's going to be really, really good. All right, so the big question, how do you beat the Saints? They're really good.
Well, they've got one of the premier quarterbacks of the National Football League in Drew Brees. And I've been saying this since I've been around the NFL, and that's going way back to 1973. There is no quarterback that likes to get hit. Drew Brees falls into that same category. So to me, it's incumbent that the Eagles get pressure on Drew Brees. He's not a quarterback of big stature. I think he's probably under 6 foot if you put the tape on him right now. So you've got to get pressure on him, but you can't compromise coverage. So the defensive line has to come up big and pressure Brees.
The Eagles were smoked down there in New Orleans, 48-7. How different are the two teams now?
I think it's really a head game right now. You know, at that point of the season, the Eagles were playing poor football. They weren't a confident football team. You know, they were 4-6 when that game was done, and I thought the Eagles were done. But their confidence came back. When you look at the job that Coach Peterson did from that point on, it's one of the best coaching jobs I've ever seen. This team could have went south. They went north. And confidence, I think, began to play a big factor in their comeback.
Key matchup you'll be watching on Sunday.
Wolford and Ramczyk, the right side of the New Orleans Saints offensive line, against Fletcher Cox. Fletcher Cox has to come up big. When I studied the tape of that first matchup, Week 11, it was a poor performance by Fletcher Cox, and he does not ever have a game like that. So I think Fletcher Cox against the right side of that Saints offensive line will be an area that I will focus. If Fletcher Cox plays the way he's been playing for the last 2 months, Eagles get a win.
You had told me that you already booked the flight to New Orleans, and I was like,
I told you I was right.
You did.
Yeah.
So you were right. So give me a prediction now.
All right, I've got the Saints 30 and the Eagles 31. I didn't book the flight, though, but that's my pick.
Rope-a-dope there with that score. That's 3 and Out. He's Jaws. I'm Ducis. We'll see you back here next time.